Alright, hello beautiful Aquarius, and welcome to this, your 2021 reading. This is going to be for kind of a look at each month in 2021 and see if we can pick up on themes for the year, perhaps some challenges or successes, important times of the year. Also, we're going to take a look at the Akashic Tarot to look past 2021 and connect it maybe with a higher purpose is one way of putting it, or whatever it is in your life that you are working on. So, or it could just be a glimpse into the future. So we'll ask the cards to clarify. Right now, let's pick a card from Sacred Destiny for Aquarius, and to give us an idea of the first part of this 2021 journey. And what do we have for you? We have Healing Chaos. Wow, there's quite a bit of that going around. So for Sacred Destiny, Healing Chaos, here you see a tornado, and kind of surrounding the tornado, we have butterflies, and these butterflies represent transformation. So you're coming out of a year, obviously 2020, with this dark, sort of threatening, 2021. I mean, it wasn't that dark and threatening, but it certainly felt that way at times. It's definitely been transformational for everyone. So yeah, a lot of change happened in 2021. We have the Justice card for January, Queen of Fire Queen of Wands for February, and then we're pulling a couple more here. You have the Sun card in March. These are beautiful cards. This is really lovely, setting you up for a really successful 2021 is what it looks like. And then, the Hierophant. Okay. So, and just FYI, behind the Hierophant, we had the Eight of Earth as well, just sort of peeking out there. So, I'm just going to put these cards down below, see if I can get a little bit more room here, a little bit more space on the board. Forgive me for not thinking about that sooner. All right. There we go. A little bit better. You can see these now. A little bit. All right. So in January, you had the Justice card. And the Justice card is similar to karmic, I would say, blessings in this case. You just come through 2021 or 2020 into 2021, and what I'm picking up here with January is the Justice card, meaning that you survived the storm, the shit show, the tornado in the background there, and you are about to receive your blessings. So this is a great card to start the year off with. It's Major Arcana. So things that were not going well for you, perhaps, this card is here to say those decisions, rulings. It could be something that you're dealing with in court, for example. Those things will be judged in your favor. So this is not Judgment, but it's similar. So it's just saying that you have paid your karmic debts or dues, and now you have the Justice card to support you. The universe is ruling things in your favor and bringing balance back to your life. February, you have the Queen of Fire. So here I am picking up that you are getting your confidence back. You are slowly moving forward. You are taking care of yourself first. You're nurturing that inner flame and using that to really light your own path. And it's like you're getting passionate about yourself again in the month of February. That's fascinating. Then in March, you have the Sun card. Now, this one is also another major arcana card. So this is really about fulfillment. It's about abundance. It's about joy, happiness. Pretty much every great thing that you could have happen in your life. The Sun card speaks to it. And as I said, it's major arcana, so this is the universe once again. So in addition to the material sense, the material world, this is also about the spiritual world, you being fulfilled in that realm as well. So if there was any sadness, any emotional connection with the universe, or even just feeling perhaps disconnected. I was going to say, if you were feeling sad about your connection with the universe, you felt betrayed perhaps, or perhaps just felt disconnected from that world, or felt empty maybe inside, maybe just not feeling connected to your purpose. The Sun card is here to say this is March. Again, that's an interesting 319 that just popped into my head. So March 19th might be significant for you. Also 319, 9, 10, 13 breaks down to 4. Again, about fulfillment. So just know that these 3 cards are really spectacular. There's a lot of good coming your way, a lot of support, especially from the universe, and helping you to get your mojo back and to get to a good and better place than the place that we've been most recently. Now, you also had the Hierophant. This is April. So Hierophant is about sort of seeing things from many perspectives, especially sitting on the edge between the spiritual realm and the material world, and being able to glean knowledge from both sides and not feeling like you have to decide or make a decision one way or another. You don't have to choose your spirituality, for example, over your physical health. You don't have to sacrifice your emotional well-being in order to, have, a job. So kind of like real life plus this personal and spiritual development can go hand in hand together. And the Hierophant is you sitting in that place of power, that place of strength. And behind it, you have the 8 of Earth. So this is also the 8 of Pentacles. And you are working hard on this aspect of yourself, that being who you are in this material world, but also maintaining that spirituality and keeping it close to you and having it help guide you through what's next. So you're hard at work in making sure that this is part of your life going forward, the spiritual side. Let's talk to Spirit Junkie. We'll pull a card here to kind of, okay, we've got a card, we got a couple, 3 cards. I'm going to take the top card and we'll read that, and then I'll also kind of talk about these other 2 cards. The difficult relationships in my life are the perfect mirror for me to look more closely at my own behavior. So that is your spirit guide talking. And this is perhaps relationships that are very close to you, also very challenging, feeling challenging. 1111 just popped up as the time. So again, 1111 card, that's the 4 of Wands. We just talked about 319 breaking down to 4, which is 1111. Anyway, but it is a deep bond. It's something that is helping you to develop yourself, and you may not realize that this challenge, you know, you might be feeling this, I'm feeling like anger, you know, distrust, hopelessness here, sadness, but on the other side of it is happiness, self-awareness, you know, just the other side of whatever it is that is challenging to you. So this is really fascinating card here for you to have, and part of the work that you are doing this year in 2021. Now the other 2 cards that popped out are taking care of myself is a radical act of love, and then I seek out happy people who inspire me to be great. So these 2 popped out at the same time as the perfect mirror card, and these are really in support of the perfect mirror card. So this is not what 2021 is all about for you, but this is the universe saying, again, here are a couple things to consider when you are going through the work of this card. Okay, so you're, you know, taking care of yourself is hugely important, obviously, and then seeking out those people who can also who know who you are and love who you are, and inspire you to continue to be just that. Beautiful cards. Wow. Okay. All right, so moving right along into the month of May. Whew. Okay, we have the 3 of Swords, and this one is very it's a tough one. So you have 3 of Swords. You have some work ahead of you, pulling the swords from this heart, and you can see here that the heart, you can see this in a couple different ways, that it's being pulled apart, or that it is actually being elevated and kept intact with the strings that are attached to it. So this, I feel, is a little bit of what you might encounter in the month of May, that there might be some work to do in to do with the heart and matters of the heart, and that those could be painful. 3 of Swords is you really doing a close examination and the work that you feel you need to in order to move forward past that pain and to start healing. That's what the Three of Swords is all about, starting that process of healing. So that was May. In June, you have the Page of Swords. So here, now that you've pulled those swords straight out of your heart, you become the Page of Swords. And, oh shoot, sorry, all these cards want to drop to the floor today. Sorry about that. And here you see the Page of Swords. She's actually using those swords to create bridges. And then, of course, sword is also thoughts, right? So she's using her thoughts to gain knowledge, to sprout new ideas that are uplifting, that are very buoying. Buoying is what comes to mind here. Oh, this is a lovely card too. That help to elevate that knowledge. So, you're using your thoughts to cross bridges, to reach new heights, to move from one place to another in terms of your knowledge. And that also helps you to come up with new ideas, see things from a new perspective, and to move forward. And you see these couple of birds here that are just fascinated with what's happening. They're there for support, and birds are, chirping and cheerful. So I feel like you might have, a small audience slowly, checking out your ideas and you becoming the source of inspiration for them and their joy and their happiness. So that was in June. July, we have the Queen of Pentacles. This is you feeling your independence, you feeling very much like you are in a good space. I'm picking up a lot of gratitude here. Again, the Queen of Pentacles has worked very hard to get to this space. And here you see her sitting back, financially independent, just meditating on all the abundance in her life and getting that sense of fulfillment. So July could be a nice break and a very satisfying month for you, feeling that kind of peace and calm and serenity that comes with having your finances in your control. Oh, August brings change. This is the Six of Swords, talks about travel. You are moving away from choppy waters. In this card, you are moving towards more calm and serene location. Okay. And this could be physically traveling. It could also just be in terms of your emotions. You're letting your friends help move you forward in this better direction, and you're letting go of those that aren't really focused on what it is that you're trying to do in terms of moving forward and away from the drama. And you are kind of resting your thoughts about those emotions, I think. This card speaks to kind of taking those thoughts, resting them while you change your geographic location, like your physical location, where you are in terms of your material world. You could be moving somewhere completely new, picking up stakes and moving to another place. And this is, like I said, August. Let's check in with the Spirit Animal Oracle and find out what else you are working on in the year 2021. What is Aquarius working on? And what advice do you have for Aquarius for 2021, especially the last part of the year, 2021? Okay. Oh, oh. Yep. Still trying. Still trying to jump out. Okay. Well, this is interesting. You have 3 cards pop out. The first one is Butterfly Spirit. Transformation is beautiful. So here you have the butterfly emerging, and this butterfly is like the king, queen of all butterflies. You see the crown there, and there it just seems to be a celebration happening here. So this is definitely the card, what you are working on this year. And like I said, we've already kind of reached August, so this speaks to the last part of the year. The other 2 cards to pop out in support of that are Sandpiper Spirit, and Sandpiper Spirit says be playful, and Moss Spirit, and Moss Spirit says surrender now. So these 2 are both about this transformation that you're going to be going through. Transformation is beautiful. I don't feel like this transformation will be painful at all. I feel like this advice to be playful and to surrender now, it's just calling to you to give this transformation a chance, and to play with it and see where it takes you, and surrender to it, right? Rather than judging the direction, just being able to accept the change and move forward. So let's find out here, the Spacious Tarot, what the last few months will be like for Aquarius for 2021. Whoa, okay, lots going on here. These popped out first. Okay, got Child of Cups, 3 of Cups. Wow. Oh, you have the Hermit, and you have the Elder of Swords. Okay, wow, nice. Okay, so just want to double check something. Elder, I think, is the king. I just wanted to make sure. I don't want to tell you the wrong. We're just checking. Guardian. And okay. So we have Guardian, Explorer, and then Elder. So Elder is definitely the kind of end point, end character. Okay, so let's look first at September. So remember, in August we said 6 of Swords, you were changing your location, that could be what that is about. In September, you have the Child of Cups, and this is like the Page of Cups. You are very tentative. You are looking through the eyes of a child. You are considering your options in terms of romance, perhaps, or love relationships. and you are really going back to, remember this mirror card, this perfect mirror. I'm really picking up on that with this water kind of element here, where you have this petal that has fallen into the water, but it's right below the branch from which it fell. So to me, this indicates this relationship again that you have. It could be, actually, this is, okay, so this is a fish, koi. Here are the petals that fell in the water. But, you know, there's obviously a relationship here. There is a yearning, there's a curiosity, there's a thoughtfulness about the other here, and, you know, how they are giving to one another. You know, you have the petals that are falling to the water surface, and you have the fish admiring the branch. So to me, this is about awareness about a relationship, and it might be a family member. It could be a love interest coming into your life, someone that you maybe has been in your life but not aware of, and all of a sudden you are becoming aware of this person and either admiring them or they're admiring you, and then you're recognizing how there is this kind of reciprocal give and take. So that was September. October, you have the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is all about celebration. This is about you being amongst family, friends, really celebrating life, love, joy, happiness, and doing it knowing the other, either family member, like the this card could suggest, or a lover, or friends and other family members. Could also be in work. So this is, you know, take this one as it resonates. But yeah, definitely starting to open up in the last parts of the year in terms of, you know, your emotion and your love. Now that's interesting. October runs into November, but November you have the Hermit card. So Hermit card here, again, remember when I was talking about the Queen of Fire and how she seems to be working on her inner light and really getting confident, using that inner light, that inner passion to move forward, getting that self-confidence back. Here you have the Hermit card, which is very similar, but in the Hermit card you're using this light more externally, and you're kind of taking that passion outside of yourself, setting it down, letting it shine a light on the space around you, and you are taking that moment, that space, taking up that space to gain a new perspective, get some quiet time in, reflect on what is happening. And here in December, you really see that because you have the Elder of Swords. And the Elder of Swords is like the King of Swords. So you have, upon reflection, gained a lot of wisdom, and you're being very thoughtful now. You are at the top of your game in terms of your mental clarity and your thoughts about what is happening. I think this is really fascinating progression here through 2021, and I'm really curious about the Akashic record and what the either your journey is in terms, kind of putting it in context. But here at the end of 2021 in December, you are ending with a lot of clarity. Okay? So a lot of reflection, a lot of growth emotionally, a lot of movement here as well. And really, I think there's an important relationship here. There's two important relationships. One with yourself, of course, and then the other with someone very close to you. And this is having a huge impact, I feel like, on what is happening for you in 2021. All right, let's pull a card from the Akashic Record, and I am going to read it since this is a brand new deck for me this year, and I would love to know for Aquarius in 2021, what advice? What is it that they are focusing on, or what advice do you have for them to consider as they are thinking about what's ahead for them in 2021, what they have just been through in 2020, and on into the future, and perhaps spiritually, what advice do you have for them? Okay. Up in the air, 18, just breaks down to a 9. Okay. Cards are fascinating. All right. I'm just going to talk about this card very briefly, and then I'll read to you. So 18, up in the air, we have hot air balloon, you see there, and we have this couple watching as it floats by. Let's see if we can find, sorry, I have to put it down for a second. 18. Okay. All right, here we go. Wanted to focus on the card. Up in the air. Here we go. A man and woman gaze with anticipation at a hot air balloon in a bright blue sky. The balloon flies high above the hills, and the contents of the balloon's basket are hidden from view. During this time of your life, there are aspects of an important situation that seem hidden to you. You may feel a strong, almost urgent desire to know how it's going to turn out. You can connect with your spirit guides and the Akashic records and ask for a little insight, but there are elements that are unknown and, at this time, unknowable. There is too much about this situation that is still up in the air. Aha, okay. This could be due to the influence of others who are undecided, or some events may not yet have come, or some events may not have yet come to pass, or unexpected discoveries are yet to be made. Trust is the only way for you now. If you push too hard to know or to influence the outcome, you might push that outcome away. Let go of all urgency and give the situation to your higher infinite self, who will take care of it all. Time is required to know more about this matter. And time doesn't matter to your eternal self, whose power and love are always with you. For now and indeed forever, what else do you need? Nothing but trust, the deepest knowing that all you seek will be revealed to you in the right time. All right, so that is your Akashic record card. Doop. Just put that in there for you. And let's pull a couple clarifiers here from the Animal Totem Tarot. I love this deck. It's find out for Aquarius what, if any, other information you have about this up in the air. So, take whichever scenario fits for you for the Akashic record. If there really is something that you are struggling with, and it might be frustrating you because you're hoping to know what the outcome is, but you are having to wait on other people, or you are perhaps waiting for an event to take place and you really want to know what's on the other side of that event. Ooh, the Chariot. Okay, that's really great advice, actually. Oh, so you've got the Emperor, and the Emperor was being partly covered by the Star. Wow, these are wonderful cards. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let's talk about those real quick. Let's make sure first no other cards flipped on me. No. All right. Oops, sorry. I need more space. Wow. I love all these cards, though. Can't not use them. So you have the Chariot. The Chariot here, when we were asking for more advice on this particular Akashic record card up in the air, and the Chariot popped out. This is major arcana. In fact, all three of these cards are major arcana. And so this really is about some major event or something that you are waiting on to happen, to take place in your life, and it is connected with the year 2021, that it has a major impact on your life. And the advice here, the Chariot card, is to move forward. Just move forward. Get a handle, get a hold on, put the reins on some things that you feel could possibly take you in divergent, different directions. Rein those things in, have them move together forward in the same direction. That's what the Chariot card is all about. And it feels like a very aggressive and fast-paced, fast-moving card, and it is, honestly. However, it's also not, there's no collateral damage with this card. It's the universe saying you have the knowledge, you have the control, which is the Emperor, to be able to move forward. And the other thing that popped out was the Star card. So the other element is hope, right? That's what the Star card is all about. It's a wish granted here. So whatever it is that you are working on, struggling with, know that the universe is very aware, but at the same time wants you to know that you have the reins, you have the control, you have everything that you need. You are the Emperor in this scenario, and this is a wish fulfillment for you. This is a dream come true. It's also it's a source of hope, a lot of hope in your journey and your life. So yes, it might not have happened yet. There might be a lot of thought going into it, and the universe just wants you to know, move forward, be confident, know that you have everything that you need, and that this is going to be a dream come true. Is kind of what I'm picking up. So yeah, you might not be able to see it, but it's going to be a beautiful part of your journey. So that's what I have for you, Aquarius. I hope this resonated with you. It's a beautiful, beautiful reading. I love all these cards for you. And wow, just to recap, you start out strong, coming out of total chaos. You start to heal, you get your mojo back, you are able to do some deep inner work here, right? With this card, the heart, well, they call it the heartbreak card, but it's the heart healing card, to me. And you use that knowledge to bridge some gaps, to move you forward, to give you some ideas, to help you feel financially stable, possibly move like physically in the material world to another location, another place, or just to do some traveling. You also have this important relationship that sort of comes to light more towards the end of the summer, beginning of the last part of the year. And then it kind of puts you in a very loving place, but also very reflective place. Again, coming back to our difficult relationships in my life are the perfect mirror for me to look more closely at my own behavior. Yeah, it puts you into a very reflective place, but at the end of the year, you come out with perfect clarity. And in terms of your thoughts, it's a very powerful place for you to be. So just be aware also, though, you have the Butterfly Spirit card. Remember, be playful and also surrender to that transformation in your life. Wow, beautiful, beautiful cards. Thank you so much, Aquarius, for sharing your energy with me. This has been a fantastic 2021 reading. I hope you agree. If so, leave some comments for me. I would love to hear from you. Otherwise, until the next reading, light and love to you. Happy New Year.